I got a feeling that you got me covered too. I got you covered. I got you covered.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? I just want to make a point. Tonight, it's a special event because we're just doing the last little bit of the shoeboxes. But let me just point out the computer did not act up tonight. I think sometimes it's got an ulterior motive. just a little side note, I thought tonight went smoothly as could be. And the night of the monetization party, it was it was having problems. So, I sometimes I think they're smarter than we are. Just a little bit of updates as everybody kind of comes in. I'm still on crutches. I've kind of taken the day really easy today because um the pain's just getting to me and I'm really tired. Hi, Nancy Smith. So I'm still on crutches. I'm still kind of, my foot is not happy at all. And I don't like it. And I'm sitting there going, well, hi, Mountain Grandma. I'm sitting there going, please, any day now, but we're dealing with it as best as we can. And I'm getting help and I'm resting it because we're supposed to head to Thanksgiving. We're going to celebrate with kids on Saturday, and then we're going out of town next week. So I need to have my foot kind of ready. So if you have any prayers, be praying that I can be off the crutches by then. So that's a little side note. On Friday, I have to make 2 pumpkin cakes. Now, I uploaded the pumpkin cake recipe today for members only. They always get first on the videos with the Blessed Disco Ball membership. So that is out, and it will be open to everybody else tomorrow after 9 o'clock. But on Friday, I don't quite know what time yet, we have to make 2 pumpkin cakes. So I thought I probably won't be standing, but I figured out we'll have my mom and we'll go ahead and do a live showing everybody how to do it. That way, when they go back to the video, if there's questions that they may have about it, they can refer back to the live video and see how the pumpkin cake is made. Let me just tell you, it's delicious. If you're not somebody that likes pumpkin cake or pumpkin pie, you're going to love pumpkin cake. And so I thought I'll go ahead and do a live and show everybody how to make it so that they can see it, live. And then that way, if in the video there's a couple questions, then people can have time to view it tomorrow, have those questions kind of ready as we're making it. And then there's an actual demonstration on how it's done, but my mom will probably have to do it and I'll just go ahead and record it. But we'll do a live. I just don't know what time it's going to be yet. So those are just a couple house things going on. I hope everybody is doing well and getting ready for the next week. We did upload the what was it? We did upload the Devotion Tuesday, and we kind of made that, and I thought it was really cool. Some questions that you can kind of ask yourself over the next little bit as we go into Thanksgiving, because we're trying to come into Thanksgiving, hopefully, with a grateful heart. And so, with that being said, and I hope I haven't frozen, but I think maybe I'm back. Be nice, computer. That we come into Thanksgiving with a grateful heart. So hopefully those questions are kind of they're kind of provoking questions. And even if you're not someone that believes in Jesus and that and so forth, I'd encourage you to go watch it and maybe take those questions in a way that you can think about looking at preparing for Thanksgiving as a way of preparing your heart. Maybe being able to look at the people in which you're grateful for in your life, and the things that you've been blessed with and so forth, kind of reflecting on something every day to prepare your heart to be prepared for Thanksgiving. So just something to kind of think of, and kind of think of as something to kind of get the brains a going. Now we are going to do after we get back a kind of like an auction that we can do of the things that did not sell at the craft fair. So if you guys are looking for Christmas gifts, we'll set up kind of like an auction night after we get back. And I've got paint pour earrings. I've got paint pour necklace. Hi, Crafty Witch. Hi, Jaden. I've got paint pour necklaces. I've got paint pour earrings. I've got towel holders. I've got some disco balls and stuff. So that way you all can have the ability to, if you're looking for Christmas gifts, we can do an auction, and then you could just send over whatever the amount is to through Venmo or what have you. I'd rather offer it to y'all first before I go ahead and put it on any kind of what is it? Any kind of, through our merch store. I'm going to offer these tonight because we are trying to, and I am really sorry. Let me apologize. With my foot, my whole days have gotten all mixed up. And I'm realizing that I totally thought that we had like tonight or what was it? I was going to do it tonight or tomorrow. And then we had Monday. And I'm realizing, wait, Monday is the 24th of Sunday, and that's when the boxes have to be in. So I am really sorry that I kind of got all the days mixed up. I thought we had 2 more pushes. This is it. Whatever is it is kind of it. But I wanted to offer these because next week's Thanksgiving, so I can get these out. If anybody's interested to get them before Thanksgiving, they would probably get to you. But I have 2 sets of these. And they are the little towel holders, okay, with the set of towels, and it says grateful on one of the towels. So there's 2 towels and two towels, and with the fall leaves and with the towel holders. It comes with 2. This makes a great gift if you're going to a Thanksgiving party. So if you're interested in these, go ahead. Don't super chat or anything like that, because YouTube takes that wonderful little 30%. But if you're interested, I have 2 available. They were going for $20 at the craft fair. And just the single towel holder things for the oven or for your bathroom or what have you, they were going for $14. So I will go ahead and do them for $16 for the whole set plus shipping. So if you're interested, go ahead and email it and just put fall towel holders. Let me know if you're interested in them, and I will go ahead and send them out tomorrow. So that you will have them. I hate for them not to get used for Thanksgiving. If somebody can use them, I think that they would make a great gift if you're going into someone's home. I think they would make a great gift for somebody. So if you're interested, go ahead and email me. And just so you know, that whatever comes through for these are going straight to the shoeboxes. So I would like to do my own little donation as far as doing this because I had the yarn in hand. I would gladly do these and say whatever is raised for this minus the shipping I'll put towards the shoe boxes. So that's my little way of giving to as well, and doing it. So that would go right to the shoe boxes. If you're interested, email me and just go ahead and put blessed to crochet. Blessed to crochet in, or put fall towels in the subject line and let me know. Again, it would be $16 for each set, so plus shipping, and I will work that out with you. And then whatever is raised with that's going right to the shoe boxes. So this is what we have for the boy. Now remember, for the boy one, we were doing 5 to 9. So we have box of crowns. I say crowns or crayons. I always call them crowns. Throughout my entire life, that's what I call them. I am going to get a box of Band-Aids, fun box of Band-Aids. So I've got that, but I haven't had them in here yet. We've got a notebook. We've got 4 pencils. We've got a sharpener, pencil sharpener with the erasers. We've got the nail file, that cute little nail file, guys. We've got 2 toothbrushes. We've got the toenail clippers. Aren't those adorable, right? And then the pencil sets. They're either side. They're double-sided. So that's the boys so far. Now, here's where you all can go into my boxes of goodies here. Okay. I'm going to also include, and I'll take the back part out of it, but I'll also include a soap caddy. Okay, so they can have their soap. So this is going into the boy box. We got to throw a little crochet in, y'all, right? Have to. That's just a must. Okay. And then my next question, and go ahead and put one, excuse me, one in the chat if for the first one. One in the chat. Sorry, guys. One in the chat for the first color. 2 in the chat for the second color. So this is the first one. It's kind of like it's got a sparkle to it. So we're going to do a disco ball keychain. Okay. So it's got a little sparkle. It's kind of like a icy blue turquoise. Okay. Or, and this one doesn't have sparkles on it. This is number 2. This is a camo colored disco ball with the saying of the Disco Ball Warriors on it. So what do you think? 1 or 2? 1, 2. Put it in the chat and I'll put that in the box. I didn't know whether to put the camo I used. And these are the camo ones are going to be available on the site. It's brown, black, and like a olive green. We gotta put a disco ball in, right? So there's a 2 going up so far. So 1 or a 2. I've got several of these made. Both are nice. And if people don't know what our disco ball saying is, it is this. A disco ball is hundreds of pieces of broken glass put together to make a magical ball of light. You ain't broken. You're a disco ball. So that is what our saying is, and I thought it was so fitting that we put that in because that's part of our channel. The shoe boxes are for Samaritan's Purse. We are doing this as a tradition for our channel every year. We did this a couple weeks ago and decided on filling 2 shoe boxes. And that's what, if anybody's interested again in the towel holders, they're $16 for a set. And that $16 will go directly to the shoebox fund. So we did raise 30 so far. which has started to fill a majority of this. And I probably have about $5 or $10 left to spend to put more in here because it's not full yet. I want to go get one of those little like animals, the small little animals to put in here. So what we're doing is this is the 5 to 9 for the boy, and then for the girl it's going to be 10 to 14. That's what we voted on. And every year we're going to hopefully be able to increase the amount of boxes we fill. I think that that's going to be a tremendous tradition. There will always be a link to an Amazon wish list for the Samaritan's Purse on our link tree. So anybody throughout the year can say, hey, I want to go ahead and do it. And majority of what we did was we tried to find ones that were 4 or 5, like bulk items. And none of them were more than $10. We tried to keep it around 10, at the most 15. So that if people send, we can go ahead and fill multiple boxes. So this year is 2. I'm going to shoot for 4 next year. I'm really going to shoot for that. But the reason I picked Samaritan's Box, because I thought that, first of all, it's a great tradition, I think, for a channel to do something and give back. I also went to school with Billy Graham's granddaughter, Darusha. So I have a little bit of a tie to that family a little bit. And the person who runs Samaritan's Purse is Billy Graham's son. So they do great work. And if we realize that some of these children, all they're going to get is what's in this box for Christmas. We think about the amount of Christmas gifts we have floating underneath the trees at Christmas, that some kids are only going to get what's in this box. And I just think it would be great to every year increase the amount of boxes that we get in. So I think we're going to go for 2. That's the consensus right now. So we're going to go ahead and put the disco ball, the camo disco ball. So far, that's going in the box. I think it'll be fun for them to have the keychain. So far, that is what is in the box for the boy. Okay, and then I'm going to put a stuffed animal in, and I have to go through the list and see what else. So any super chats tonight, anybody that gives memberships, anything like that, is all going to go towards the filling the shoeboxes. So we'll put more in here, but that's what's going in, and I have to turn them in on Friday. There's no other day. I have to turn them in on Friday. So to get them in. And there's a $10. Now it depends where we do it, because there's a $10 charge to send it, just to help with shipping. So that's also in the cost too as well. All right. Now for the girl, we have the same things that were pretty much in there. The pencils, the pens, the pencil sharpener. Yeah, we have the box of crayons, the pencils. We have a pink nail file, 2 toothbrushes, the colored pencils, a hairbrush, the pencil holders. I think these toenail clippers are just so adorable with them looking like feet, right? Oops, come back here. And the notebook. So that's what is in the girl one. So it's almost the same as what's in the boy one. I'm going to put in a soap caddy. So here's going to be the soap caddy that's going in. It's a purple one. So that's going in. to have crochet, right? And then I will take off with the scissors the little price tags, but I'll do that when I'm not on. We do, and I have made the hair bows, right? And the crocheted hair bows. So I've got one that's this color, right? And I've got a pink one. So we're going to put both of those in. I figured, I know they said like hair bow things. I think might as well put in handmade ones, right? I think they're 10 times more special. And then the two ones that I have as far as the disco balls. And then go ahead and put one in the chat for hot pink. And two in the chat for purple. So let me know. Two in the chat for purple, one in the chat for hot pink. And I will put both of those in with the girl box. Let me know which one we should do. Got a one going. These will be fun. And this does have a little, you see a little bit of sparkle. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it does have a little bit of sparkle on it. And I don't know if you saw, I was able to get out to the garage yesterday and today, Mountain Grandma, and run some of your playlists, just so you know. So I have that going. Thank you for being patient. Monday was like, when that happened, I was like in no shape to even begin to even do anything. But thank you for running some of ours. I tremendously appreciate it. All right, so far we have a 1, so I'm going to go with a 1. All right. So again, we've got the 2 hair bows as far as crochet. And we've got the soap caddy. Gotta put a soap caddy in there, right? My soap caddies may make them out of the United States. Wouldn't that be cool? So, and I'm going to get one of those animals. And I'm going to look at the list. But this is the girl. So we have a little bit more in the girl because I've got the 2 little hair bows. And because there's a hairbrush in here. And I'm probably going to try to find a comb or something for the boy. But this is for the girl. This is 10 to 14. This is for the girl. I'm going to see maybe if I can find like a really cool pen or something like that. But this is for the girl. So this is for the 10 to 14. And I'm going to get that little animal. We have a little shop that has like little animals. Like those toy things, stuffed animals. I'll stop in there and see if I find something like a horse or something. Just to put in there tiny enough. And I have to look at the list to see what else we can put in there. I'm probably going to try to put a comb in for the boy. Let's see if I have it on here. No, I don't. I'll try to find a comb for the boy, and I know I've looked at it to see. So is everybody if you're traveling I'm traveling for Thanksgiving. We usually leave here at early in the morning and get to where we're going. Probably about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're hoping to, where we go for, they have changed how you look at your YouTube, your app thing on the YouTube thing. I don't like it. Take a while to get used to. We usually travel We usually leave here about 7 in the morning. And I said to Josh, because we're staying Friday and there really isn't too much to do. And about an hour from where we are in location is where Christina was born. She was born in Danville, Indiana. And so I said to Josh, it would be really cool if we could get in the car and go to Danville, Indiana, and be able to see where, have her see like the hospital she was born in and stuff. Because usually we won't be that close for a long time again. It's from here, it's about a 5.5 hour drive. So I thought it'd be fun. So we'll probably end up going to do that. And going to Danville and letting her see like the hospital she was born in and, where I worked when I was pregnant with her. And I thought going through and seeing all those kind of things, I thought that would be fun. So we could put a skipping rope in there. That may be fun to go look to see if I can find. We'll get some Band-Aids. We've got the nail clipper. You could put a water bottle in, so that maybe it's something that we can go pick up. We'll get a comb for the boy. I'm looking at the boys list. We've got the pencil sharpener and the erasers. We can put in a pencil case. That's something else I can be looking for. Got the crayons. Index cards. I can look for those too. Cold weather items. I could have crocheted a scarf. I didn't think of that. I don't think I have time to do that. Flashlight. I could see if I could find a flashlight. Maybe find a small puzzle. That would be something I could maybe find. Play-Doh. I never thought about that. I could think about maybe those little cans of Play-Doh. Card games. Maybe we could put Uno in there. That would be fun. So I got some ideas now. And there's who is it? There's an Aldi, not an Aldi. Ollie's next to us, so I can go see on Friday about that. Playing cards. Okay, well, that gives me a little bit of an idea. Like I said, I'll get a stuffed animal. And then for the girl, see about the girl, and we can determine what else we can put in there. We're going to get the stuffed animal. I've got the brush. Could get the Band-Aids. We've got the nail clipper. We could put a pencil case in there. And then we'll also include a note, a personalized note. And maybe we'll go get some Uno. Some stickers. That's something else we can put in there. I'll have to see if they have like a little tiny puzzle. I'll have to go see. Okay. That gives me some idea. If I could find a jump rope that's decent, that would be pretty cool to put in there. So that gives me a little bit of an idea. Like I said, tonight was, anything tonight that came through Super Chats or anything like that was all going to be used for the boxes. We had raised about 30. I've already used about 20. And so I don't know if we go down to the Amish country, the place that I can drop them off and I will be better prepared next year. The place that we can drop them off, they don't require that $10, but that's an hour drive and I don't know if we can get down there because we'll be preparing for Thanksgiving dinner with Christina on Saturday. So, and with my foot. So I do know there is a local church here that's doing it that I can take them to. And like I said, you know, that's where we're at. You know, they're going to get filled. And what's nice is that if they're not as full as they would like, they invest, from what I can understand, they open each box. And if one doesn't have as much as the other, they put some extra things in there. So I know that the box will be checked, and maybe if they feel it's not full enough, they'll go ahead and add additional stuff. But I do want to add a couple more things. We've gotten a lot for what we were able to do, and I hope next year is even better. I really hope, and I'm really hoping that in Christmas time, as we are doing this connection and having those lives every day, I know that we're not, you know, doing tremendous exciting things here at times, but we're doing one very important thing, and that is trying to bring people together as a way of connecting with each other. It is, guys, it's been life-changing for me. Because, and even I was talking with my therapist today, and she even said, you know, you've really come a long way and you've had a lot of healing happen. And I have, because I've had those connection points happen and establish. And they are so important. We're going to be going forward into a holiday season that brings a lot of joy for some people, but for other people, it can be difficult. I'm going into this holiday season with a little bit of kind of hesitation. I can honestly say that with no reservation. And I even said that to my therapist today. I even brought my little snowman for good luck today because I'm a snowman girl. I did that with a little hesitation because of what's going on with my aunt. I'm really hoping that she will get through with flying colors as the Christmas season and have one more holiday season with her daughter and so forth. And according to her, she's going to be here for another 5 years, and more power to her, believe me. But I'm just really hoping that despite what happens, whether something does happen over the holiday season with her, or she just comes through with flying colors, you know, then I know that I have my support team around me, and that's you guys. And that's what I'm trying to foster here. You know, we had such a wonderful time when we had the monetization party, and I don't want to lose that momentum. I don't want to lose people coming in here and chatting and connecting. I miss cooking on a budget. I don't want people to lose that. I know people think, well, you know, she's asking for super chats. Yeah, I am tonight. And you know why? Because this box that we're doing, hi Beverly, this box we're doing is a little girl or boy. That's all they're going to maybe get for Christmas. And it comes from the people within this chat and within this channel. And I just think that it is so important that channels on YouTube that have been blessed, I think we all have if we've been on the YouTube journey, need to give back. But I think that tradition is a really powerful connection tool. And that's why we're doing this. We're doing this for a connection tool. When we know that, you know what, this year we filled 2 of these puppies, right? Next year, even if we just fill one more than we did the year before, and the next year we do one more, right? I'll never forget when Tommy said that the gentleman within the prison said to him, and he said he wasn't the brightest bulb in the bunch, said he was trying to save all these people, and he says, why don't you just try 6 at a time? Right? Just do 6. And then when you get done with those 6, do another 6. Go help them with their sobriety. Well, that's what we're doing. But we're doing a tradition that says every year this channel is going to get Next year, we're going to do for 3, maybe even 4. And we're going to commit to fill these. And we're going to do a couple live streams. Thank you, Sandy, Wendy. That when it comes over, it's going into this box. Because we can do so much more than someone else going, right, and doing it. And I'm thrilled to do it. I'm thrilled to say, let's give back. Let's find a way to do it. And I'm just, it's that's not even coming to me or my mom. It's going into the boxes. It's going into those kids. I was a single mom for a couple years. I know what it's like to, have the angel tree. We had that. And I remember that was such a blessing when I was a single mom for a couple years because money was tight. I didn't have it. So I can just imagine where these boxes are going, that they're going to benefit a child. But then with this channel, it becomes a tradition. People are going to look forward as the channel grows. We're going to do the Christmas boxes. What are we going to fill them with this year? How many are we going to fill them with this year? I think it becomes a mark. But I also really hope that you all will benefit from having that connection. Come into a channel where you can come in and start to know each other, start to have those connections. Maybe you're going to have a wonderful Christmas. Maybe you're going to have a difficult Christmas. Who knows? Maybe Christmas is wonderful for you. Maybe Christmas is a really difficult time. I'm usually okay until the 25th. Now, usually we have a very quiet day on the 25th because usually it may be different this year. We usually have my daughter and son-in-law, we do their Christmas early. We never make them celebrate the holiday on the holiday. That was a gift we gave them when they got married. And then we go ahead and we go ahead and we have the we go ahead and have the 25th, and we have a very quiet Christmas. But I'm usually a little down because I'm like, it's not the same. Everybody's having it. We really don't open Christmas gifts on Christmas anymore. Maybe that'll change when I have grandchildren one day, but we don't. We have breakfast, we watch movies, we hang out, we stay in our pajamas pretty much all day. We relax. My difficult part for me is the 26th through the 1st. That for me becomes my most challenging because New Year's Eve and New Year's Day is not fun for me. Now, my therapist and I have been really working to make sure that I can separate the fact that it's that day from the day I lost 2 very special men in my life, my dad and my grandfather. But it's still something that is at times difficult. And I still try to make, and I have always tried to do, what we do for our tradition on New Year's. We usually get all the snack foods, right? We get cheese and dip and chips and shrimp and crab meat, and we just get a whole smorgasbord, right? Put it out on the table or the counter, and everybody just comes and snacks throughout the night. We have dessert, we have eggnog, and we watch a movie, right? And so we do all of it. Well, what has helped make those times easier for me is keeping the tradition in place. It brings that and brings through that connection to a memory that I have with my dad, a memory that I have with my grandfather. It was more with my parents, and usually we would go out and bang pans at 12 o'clock midnight. We don't do that anymore. And when Christina was little, we used to tell her it was 12 o'clock, so she would go bang the pans at like 10 o'clock so she could go to sleep. I was a Christmas box kid, so Sandy Wendy knows what that's like. But those traditions bring together, and that connection does. So we as a channel can have that connection happening, and maybe throughout the year, We'll make sure people remember there is still the Samaritan Purse Amazon wish list. Go ahead and let's start preparing for it now versus later. Next year, I'm going to be way above the game. So I'm going to start collecting things at the beginning of the year next year and throughout the year. And so, this is just the important part, the importance of it. And I really hope that people see why it's important to come in and start connecting in the chat. The first Christmas connection night we're going to do it on what it is kind of to be a friend and how important that is, and how sometimes the inability to maybe know how to do that whole thing. It's not something that's taught, and sometimes some of us didn't have the greatest experience with friends. But how do you do that? And how do you connect through this thing we call YouTube or through the internet and social webs safely? There is a way to do it safely. Now, in the past, when I went to craft shows, I had my business cards with our phone number on it. This year, because we're on YouTube, I didn't put my phone number on it. I no longer have our business cards with either my mother's or my phone number on it. If people want to get a hold of us, they can get it through the email, they can get it through the YouTube, but I don't do that unless I can totally trust the person. So how do you navigate? I think sometimes people are afraid and don't quite know how to navigate it safely, and are a little unsure and a little technologically maybe unsure of all the technological stuff. There was a story I saw about these young kids. I think this is wonderful. And they said this nursing home was literally across the street from their school, and they would go in once a month and go into this nursing home and sit with these individuals, these seniors, and help them with their phones and their mail. And they would call them I forgot what they call them, but they come in and be like a geek squad, right, for the seniors. And it was great because they would come in and show them how to text this and how to do this. And what a wonderful thing. And they said what would happen is once they got done with all of their questions when it came to the technological part of it, right, they would sit and talk to these young people and share stories and so forth. And they said they've done this now for a couple of years. And they said the relationships that have flourished from this have been just amazing. And so what an amazing way to connect, but we can do this in a way that's safe. That's why the Lighthouse Beacons is there. That's why that group is there. We can do this safely. I know that there's people that see live chat within YouTube and think, oh goodness, I'm just going to lurk. I'm really going to encourage you to get out of lurking mode. If you're lurking and you're listening, we love you. Believe me, but we want to get to know you. And I just think of all the people that say, I'm lurking and I'm going to come out of lurking mode. I just want to raise the floppy trophy to them saying, good job, go for it. Because I think to myself, all the times I kind of lurked and I didn't think you pay attention or I didn't participate. And YouTube used to be a place where you went in and watched movies or videos. You went in and watched videos. You didn't go in to build a community. But that is what is happening in the YouTube universe, is there are communities being built. And I thought about who to give a channel shout out, and I kind of missed a couple days there. And Mountain Grandma, I gave you a channel shout out next week, and some other people as well. I thought about who I wanted to give a channel shout out on Thanksgiving, and I ended up giving it to the Lifeboat, and I'll tell you why. I wanted to thank them because I thought this whole thing started with me being on the lifeboat and participating in that and connecting with people and coming out of lurking mode and making those connections and those friendships. And so we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for, right? If it wasn't for the lifeboat. And so that's who I gave it to. And I thought, yeah, it's got to go to the lifeboat. It has to go there. And it's so comforting to kind of go into places, the lifeboat, Kristen's channel and Miss Dragon's channel, and go, I know that person, and I know that person, and I know that person's thing. And Kim's channel, which I will be on tomorrow, we're going to be talking about healing. And then she's going to have a panel on forgiveness. And I thought about that. And I thought, what has been healing for me is the connection. Hands down, the connection for me has been the healing part of me. I can still kind of go into a tailspin a little bit sometimes, but my therapist even said to me today, some of those tapes that were just they're broken. Some of them still we're working on, but you've had a lot of healing, and that has happened through connection. Now, I'm not, for those people that are religious, I am not in any way, shape, or form saying that Jesus doesn't heal. He does. And he is my rock, and I wouldn't be where I am without Jesus and the gift of salvation and all that. But connection has, to me, been something that he has gifted me, because I'm a talker, guys. I need to talk. I need to connect. I don't do well. My husband will go by and say, have another meeting with yourself. And I'm having another meeting with myself. And I've been watching, I did 2 videos on that song that Jake Hudson did. And one is because I forgot to put in, I got to upload that one, Living Your Best Life. But I've been listening to that. And I've been going through and just watching, and I just watch it at times going through, look at all the connection that has happened within the past year. And I'm not the same person. I'm still the same person at the core. But I said this to her today. I said, if fibromyalgia changes you. And she said, darn straight it does. The pain level changes you. You become more tired. You become more irritable at times. You become more emotional. You have the wonderful panic issues and all that kind of stuff. My doctor wanted me on a round of steroids because of my knee, and he didn't call in the normal one that I use. I called the office today. I don't know if they're going to do the normal one I use, but I said to him, I have too much going on, and the thought about taking a medication I've never taken before is going to put me in a panic attack. I need this one. Can you call in this one? Because I've used this one before with no issues. It changes you. The things that you don't think it will. I mean, this pain level with the foot has changed me. I was really tired, but I thought, I've got to get on. I've got to connect with people. We've got to do this whole thing when it comes to connection. And I'm here for the people that are here in the chat. One day I know there'll be a time when that chat's running a mile a minute, and I'll be looking forward to it. But right now it's not, and that's okay. I'm here for the people that show up. People that show up will continue to show up, and I'm here for them. They are the core of this channel. They're the original gang, right? And there will become new supporters and new things happening and so forth and so on. But I really hope people are going to come into the Christmas connection with a really strong look to that. It is there because I know that it is important to finish out the year as we started this year. Our anniversary for our channel will always be January 13th, even though that wasn't the original anniversary. That's our anniversary date because that's when we did our first live. But we're going to finish this year out as strong as we started this year, which is January of, a connection from the start. And so, you know, I I hope that people will come in realizing this is a channel where we're not doing any big thing, but we are. We are there's people's lives changing from just having those people within your 5 and those connection points. They're really lives being changed. And I thought it was pretty amazing when I did the craft show. I, that video at live got over 300 views. Wonderful. And it's not the views, it's not the subscribers, it's none of that. At the core, it's having those connection points, right? No matter how busy or slow the chat is. But I really hope more people will come in over the Christmas holiday and realize that we're going to be, it's going to be snowy weather. People are going to be in their homes, and they're going to be looking for having those connection points. And this whole thing with the Christmas boxes just becomes a tradition that brings us back to the connection points. Just like, even though for me, after the 25th can be difficult, I've kept that tradition, and we have as a family, of having all the snacks and watching movies and enjoying the evening, and that whole thing has made it easier to get through the 31st and the 1st. We wake up New Year's Eve morning, we have our egg pie, we watch a movie. We keep those traditions going. So if there's traditions that you have in your family that are really at the core of who you are and an important part, keep those things going. Maybe if you're going through a difficult time, maybe go back and think of a tradition that you had when you were little and think, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Maybe it's going to go out looking at the lights. You have to decide whether it would be a trigger or not. But if it's something that maybe brought you joy at one point, go ahead and go and try to do it again. Maybe it's watching I always have to watch the Santa Claus movie. I may be a kid, but I still got to watch Mickey's Christmas Carol, So put it on, and it brings a smile to my face. It reminds me of those times when I was a kid watching it. So go back and watch those things that can put a smile on your face, even if it may be a difficult time. They're really, really important. That's why we did the reflections the way we did with the questions for the Devotion Tuesday, kind of reflecting and preparing your heart for Thanksgiving. It's so, so important that we look at that and keep those connections going. They're so important. So on Tuesday, on my days are all screwed up. On Friday, we are going to be doing the pumpkin cake. And we'll be making 2 of them. One because we have Pie at Praise at our church on Sunday, and because we have Pie and Praise on Sunday, and we have trying to think of the other. Hi, Market. All right. Well, thank you, Mountain Grandma, for coming in. I appreciate it. We have the Pie and Praise on Sunday at our church. So I have to make one for that. And then I'm making one for when we celebrate with our daughter and son-in-law. So I figured out this will give you the opportunity tomorrow. The pumpkin cake recipe comes out for everybody. So you guys can go look at that. And this way, if you have any questions for me, then you can ask them when we make it live. This way people can reference back to they can reference back to the they can reference back to the they can back to the live if they have questions while they're watching the video. I think I made it pretty clear and concise, but I figured might as well make it with you all. And then I will be doing two, and I don't normally do this, but there's a little bit of a thing with YouTube that they're doing for some content creators. And I'm going to be uploading 2 members only videos and 2 members only posts. So if you're a member of the Blessed Disco Ball membership, then you'll be able to access that and so forth. So I think I think it has to be that way. But I'm going to be doing a paint pour snowman, and a paint pour Christmas tree. Now, I have to keep them members only for a certain length of time. When I can release them out next year, I will, but I have to keep them member only for a little bit. So if you're looking, memberships are a great way to support a channel. And we love our members. We are so grateful for them. We're going to take a moment, as we do in every live, to just thank our members for a second. If you saw the pumpkin cake recipe today, it's because you were a channel member. We love all our subscribers, but this is just a little nod and a thank you to our members.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And we're also going to be taking down I may not get to it till after Thanksgiving and after we get back, but we're going to be uploading some Christmas emojis. So we'll be taking down the Thanksgiving and fall ones, and we'll be adding some Christmas ones. So that'll be fun too. And those are available to the thank you very much, and the Blessed Disco Ball membership. So just a little side note, but we love each and every one of you here at Blessed to Crochet. You're such an important part of this channel, and we are extremely grateful for each and every one of you. There may be times throughout the month of December that I may open it up to people coming on the channel. That people that want to have that connection happening, where we may have some of the Christmas connections where people come in come and I put a StreamYard link in and they come on. So I may do that, which is just so much fun when we do that. Maybe we can get Christine on, we'll see. But for sure. And maybe I can get a guest on or two here and there. I've got some ideas. Well, thank you very much. Oh, well, I'll be praying for you, hon, this evening, for what you're doing with the shoebox gifts and keeping those traditions to be a way to help grief. It does help, because there are people that have lost or, are going to be losing family members in the month of December. And I could sit in a corner and say, I don't want to celebrate New Year's Eve. I don't want to celebrate New Year's Day. Honestly, that's the way my heart says. I don't want to celebrate it. My grandfather, my papu, guys, he was such an amazing man. Honest to God, loved him. He wasn't my biological grandfather, but for a grandfather, I was a blessed girl. And I didn't realize how blessed I was till he wasn't here. And I miss him so much. There is no time that I can't think of my papu popping in my head. and think of nothing else but smile. And when I'm struggling on my days, when I'm hurting and I don't want to get out of bed, I sit there and go, Papu, you got out with the use of a lift. Now, when you lift somebody up who has multiple sclerosis, you would think that they would just be dead weight. There's a lot of times they're not. They will go into a spasm and they will actually flatten. And you could just see that he was hurting, but he got up and he did it anyway. And I think to myself, Papu, if you can do it, so can this girl. And so I get up even when I'm hurting and I think of him. I can't always do it. I couldn't do it on Monday, that's for sure. But I can do it, right? I understand that, and I appreciate your recommendations, and I will consider it. But at this time, right now, I'm choosing not to. So I understand all that, and I appreciate it. I'm just not ready for that step at this point. I don't know. I don't have the finances for it. So I appreciate it. I know you have reached out through comments, and I appreciate that. You're welcome here. You're welcome to connect. I'm just not at that position right now where I am going to go forward with that. So again, I appreciate you're welcome. Thank you for coming in and being respectful. And this is a channel of connection. So I really, he was just a wonderful, wonderful man. And, then my dad on the first. And so, you know, for me, my dad and I had our struggles, but he was my dad. I miss him. And so when New Year's Day comes around, it's like, I don't want to celebrate New Year's Day, but I do because it's still an important part. It's still important. I can't hide in the corner. I remember that thing that I play for you guys sometimes. You're not going to get anything from a corner, right? You're not going to get anything from a corner if you hide it. And I have to remember that and say, well, you know what? My dad wouldn't want that. My papu for sure wouldn't want me to hide in the corner. He'd want being surrounded by the people that I love so much. And I think of the relative that my husband just lost, and I thought, it happened like that. She had a lung clot. She was gone. She was healthy and fine, no signs. Within moments, gone. And so we just don't know when we're not going to be here to wrap our arms around it. It's kind of why the decisions of where we're kind of spending Thanksgiving this year are all dependent on the people that are here, because they're aging and they may not be here next year. And we can look back with no regrets, saying that we are so glad that we participated participated in being there for them, because they're here now. And one of the questions was talking about looking at a memory with the devotion questions. The devotion questions was trying to find a situation in which you found joy in, because you're living in the now. And I thought, wow, kind of like what are the memories that you can find that can bring you joy? I think that was one of them, or what, I can't remember, was that or something else, but it was something, and it was talking about living in the now. And I thought, you're right. We are living in the now. If we look at it the certain way, we can't look back and go, oh, this and that. We are living in the now. And so we have to be able to surround ourselves, right, with situations and so forth that put us in the now situation and living in the now. And that's a really, really important thing that we look at and that we can do. And I just hope that this shoebox tradition will be something that will always connect our channel. I can't wait till next year to see when it comes around, okay, we filled 2 last. Can we fill 3? How many can we fill? How many children can we bless with what's in there from that shoebox? And we can do it, but we can do so much more as a village and a community, which is one thing that I can see a lot of YouTube channels coming together in. And I just hope that you all, when it's time for, I'm thinking I'm going to be coming up with lots of topics, or trying to, but there's going to be days with Christmas Connection I'm going, I don't know what I'll talk about. You guys have got to guide the chat. The magic doesn't happen behind the mic. It happens in the chat. But if people aren't showing up to participate within the chat, where's the connection happening? I guess for me, the connection was so powerful and so life-changing for this girl that I just want to yell it to the rooftops. And it's not going to fix everything. It's not. We know the only person that's going to fix everything. It's not going to fix everything. And I said that even in the devotion Tuesday yesterday, I said, he doesn't answer all of our prayers. Right? But it's not going to fix everything. But dang on it, connection certainly makes it a lot easier to get through stuff. Whether it's little things or whether it's big things. Whatever it is, we're going to get through it, but we're going to get through it together, right? So let's take a moment. I don't have the video up. I don't have the other one. I have to put that one in here. So Living My Best Life did not get on here, but I did put it in the new version, which I actually have to put in. Why don't we take a moment, listen to Jake's theme song for our channel, and you can see, if you hadn't for the monetization show, how much of a connection we made from the very beginning. And Living My Best Life has just been an amazing supporter. I'm so thankful for her. And I will be uploading that video and placing it in place of this, because I did add a little screenshot of us two on. So I'll be switching them out, but she's in the newer one and I just got to put it out. But here you go. Let's go ahead and listen to it.
Needles in hand create the strands. Yarns and colors at my command. Blessed to crochet the magic land. Crafting dreams with every band. Hook and loop we twist and twine. Patterns dance we don't decline. A skein of wool, a pure gold mine. In this craft we brightly shine. Blessed to crochet we make it grand. From a single thread to something planned. Woven hearts in a magic strand. Join us tight in this vibrant band. Colors blended, a lively spree. Every stitch a symphony. Patterns flowing wild and free. With each row our spirits flee. Stars and blankets cozy warm. Wrapped in love against the storm. Each creation a new norm. In this world we're to transform. Blessed to crochet we make it grand. From a single thread to something planned. Woven hearts in a magic strand. Join us tight in this vibrant band.
We watch full monetized. Thank you. You are fully monetized. How about that? Huh? Bless your crochet. Congratulations. How cool is that, everybody? Huh? That is so cool. Good for you. You know, never had a doubt. Never had a doubt. And I love the message. It's a beautiful, beautiful ripple that you're putting out into the world. I love that. I do. Couldn't be happier for you. Congratulations. That is awesome.
Like I said, I will add the other video that actually has living my best life after 60. She is an amazing supporter, and I've been very grateful for all of her support that she has given this channel. Anybody that want anything from the monetization celebration, I feel like that my foot put me back. There is no other way to put it. And so I will be working on that probably next week a little bit. Most of the things are going to go out after the first. So I'm going to go through the emails. Like I said, I'm not chasing anybody. That if you want something, you know, I'm just not going to chase anybody that didn't respond back or didn't send it. So I will answer the ones that have. I know for the Mocha is our dog. It's actually my daughter's dog, and so she is our daughter's dog, and that's the dog that's in the picture, and she is loved by the people within this community. So she's kind of the I can't think, or the mascot to some degree. So we're gonna, and then I know the person that won for the trying to do something real quick, guys, so hold on a second. For the Fall Fest, I need to let them know or contact them, and I am going to be contacting them. I just have one, and she is grown and married. So I will be emailing them and getting with them. I've been a little bit delayed with some things, so I will be emailing them and sorting that out. So if you did win anything from the monetization celebration, thank you so much for your patience and understanding. My foot put me back a lot that I wasn't expecting. So I really appreciate everybody's just patience and understanding when I was kind of going through that. And I will probably on Sunday go through all the emails and write down everything. I want to make sure for sure that I get the Christmas jelly out, as long as the person, emailed and said I was the winner of that. I want to get that out because that's Christmas, right? And we've got the Christmas towel holders. I want to make sure they get those. And so, anyway, so, again, I will be getting that sorted out, responding back to the email. The person who won the Amazon gift card, that has been taken care of. I did also message Gail with the winner of the stitch markers. I think I need more coffee. The stitch markers. And so we'll get that. And so I'll get all that organized and everything and make sure that I respond to all the emails on Sunday. So that is about it, guys. At least I think we have enough to fill what is remainder, and then hopefully I can look at the little things and we can find out and keep track of where it goes to, because that would be pretty awesome if we can see where our boxes actually wind up. So I have to do a little bit more reading on the cards that come with it. So again, join me on Friday. I do not know quite what time, but I will. If we go to, I've got to find out the times to drop the boxes off at the local church that we can. And I can go ahead and record that. And then we'll also be doing the pumpkin cake. So when we do the pumpkin cake, again, we'll do that live. So this way, if y'all have any questions, you can refer back to the live to see us putting it together live. And then that way, hopefully we can answer any questions anybody has about making the pumpkin cake. Because once you make it, it's going to be a family favorite. I even included the recipe book page, right? Because I wanted people to see how much that old I wanted to have people see how much the old brain stopped firing. The old recipe card, how much that one really has been used and loved within our family. So I thought people need to see how many times this recipe has been used within the family, throughout the time. So anyway, I am going to let you all go. I will be on My Other's Keeper tomorrow. Talking about healing with the panel that's there. We have Friday to look forward to as far as dropping off the boxes and going ahead with the live pumpkin cake. And then we will maybe do another live on Monday or something like that. And then we'll do some, we're traveling to Indiana. And then if we're able to do some, Friday, we're taking Christina hopefully to Danville. That would be fun. So we'll go ahead and do that too as well. So I hope everybody has a blessed day. And I just really hope that people will kind of come into the connection. Remember, start looking for the cookie recipes. They'll be up on the 26th, which is 26th is Wednesday. So I'll be working on a lot of computer stuff on Wednesday for sure. So I hope everybody has a blessed day. Stay connected, everybody. Remember, be proud of you being yourself. Everybody else is taken. Everybody else is taken. So, be proud of being yourself. Because I'll check it real quick. Hold on a second. It should be running on both. It's still running on my Facebook page. So. It's still running on my Facebook page. So I hope everyone has a blessed night. Remember, stay connected, everybody. And remember, you know what? It is so important, guys. And if I've kind of been a little bit all over the map a little bit, this whole foot thing is just, I'm not back with it yet. Trying to get all my thoughts in order. And so anyway, I'm done. I will patiently put up with. Yeah, I'm patiently going to put up to a point, and then I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate having you come in and connecting. But if we're going to have about optimizing all that kind of stuff, I appreciate all that, but this is a place for connection. So, and I would just appreciate that. So anyway, Anyway, it is what it is, guys. Take one day at a time, right? And we're all about the connection, and we're thankful for it. So, anyway, but if I've been trying to stay on task, but I'm tired, and yeah, I get it. I'll message you, Sandy. But and the pain's starting to hit in with my foot, so I'm just tired, and I'm trying to keep my thoughts all together, but this whole foot, and then of course I can't do anything but be on dang on crutches, and I can't go very far and walk around and move around a little bit. So I kind of feel like I'm over it. I said to my husband, I am over it, and that does not do well. When Mary becomes over it, then she pushes too hard, and then I find myself up in trouble. So anyway, so share out the stream if you have a channel for the Christmas connection coming up. And I don't think I'm going to plan for the pumpkin cake, because I kind of don't know when I'm all going to do that yet. So we'll see. But remember, stay connected. Thank you for having us covered. We've got you covered. And remember, be proud of being yourself, because everyone else is taken. I love all of you. And remember, this shoebox will be a yearly tradition that this channel is going to do. Why? Because it brings us together. The purpose of it is to bring that and have that string of connection running through. That's something that this channel can say every year. This channel does this. We give back. We have that as the string that runs through, that tradition that we can do, even if it's just from a social aspect of it. We're still doing something that, right, brings us back to the basis of connection, and brings us and connects us. That's the purpose. So I will, before I drop them off, I will get on live and show you what other goodies we put in there for it. And thank you all so much. Have a blessed day, everybody. I will talk to you soon. And hopefully the next time you see me, I will not be on crutches, and I will be more with it a little bit. But I knew I had to do this today, because somehow days went by and I'm like, oh, what happened to them? I'm doing my Minnesota goodbye, even though I'm not from Minnesota. But I'm just sitting there going, oh, wait a minute. Today's the what? And the 24th is when? Like, wait a minute. Nope, you can't wait till next week. So have a good night, everybody. I'll talk to you later. And say a little prayer for this girl. I'm ready to be done with crutches. Love you all. Have a great night. Bye-bye, everyone.
So proud